Now for the show that's truly too hot to handle. It's The Melting Pat, and it starts right now.
You're listening to The Melting Pat. Here's your host, Pat Johnson.
Well, thank you, Jerome. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show, The Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. How are you? You doing okay? Hope you're well. Hope you're doing all right today. I'm doing fine, I guess. For the most part, we're doing okay. Like I said, the schedule around here is about to get really messy, really wonky with certain things. So the show for the next couple weeks is it's still going to be there. I just don't know what it's going to be. So we're going to figure that out. I'll let you know at the end once I work through what we're going to be doing today. But speaking of what's going on today, Pat, let us know what you're doing to the show. Well, if you're a patron, then you've already been here for 15 minutes or so, and you heard me ramble on some current events. Not those current events, the other ones. So sign up, patreon.com/themeltingpat, $5 a month. I did a video podcast thing the other day. I took a walk in the park. I'm going to do more of these. I took a walk in the park, and I sat down. Once I was done, I sat down on a bench and just riffed for 10 minutes or so. And I think I'm going to try to keep doing that because it was really fun. It was awkward because I was talking to my phone in the middle of the park, but there was nobody around, so it was fine. So sign up to see that. And some things that I'm not going to talk about on this show will end up on there. So there you go. Patreon.com/themeltingpat. That's where you find all that stuff. All right? Bonuses, man and woman, ladies and gentlemen. Bonuses all around. So today, where was I going with that? Today on the show, we will have a pet peeve about a work thing, about calling out of work. Yeah, that's what we'll label it. We'll talk about drugs in your candy, because that comes up every time. We have Halloween things nearby. That's a weird way to phrase that. Halloween is coming, and people always think that there are going to be drugs in your candy, and I want to talk about how dumb those people are. There we go. We'll have some sports at the end. We may be hearing our debut, the debut of the captain for this season. Flyers are on a roll, so we'll talk about that. Well, I hope that he will talk about it, so I don't have to. And then we'll do all that, all right? Great. Is there anything else that I was going to tell you? Hold on. I just looked at this to tell the patrons, and I already forgot. I told you, man, having a kid just destroyed my short-term memory. It's gone. Just gone. Yeah, so this might be a bit of a quicker show. I know I say that, and then we still go 50 minutes, but I think we're good. Yeah, pet peeve, drugs in your candy, sports stuff. I had a question for you, but I forgot to post it because I didn't have time. Well, I knew I may not have time to get all the answers in before I had to do the show. That's what I'll say. So yeah, we got pet peeve, drugs in your candy, sports. That's all. Okay, great. Awesome. So awesome. It's a joke for one person who may not even listen. Oh, damn. All right, but I hope you're okay. We're going to kick off today. Well, we're already been here for a while. But anyway, we're good, right? It's fine. You all right? Everything's fine. I'm a mess. Everything's not fine. Everything is fine. It's going to be great. I just remembered I didn't even start the newsletter for this month, and it's going to come out in like 10 days. So yeah, there we go. Maybe it'll come out on Halloween. I don't know. Anywho, we have a new song from our friends, Familiar Things. They're local boys. These are the Philadelphia boys. I should have had them on the show, but I don't have time because I love having guests. I told you about this. I love having guests, but it takes a very long time to set all the things up and record and edit and do all that stuff. So we're going to take a pause for a minute on the guests because, like I said, timing is about to become an issue for me. But what's not an issue is playing this song. Familiarthings.bandcamp.com is where you find more from them. I'm sure there's another site there, but that's where I got this song today. It came out, I think a week or two ago. I don't know. Like I said, I'm way behind on all the releases. I'm trying, friends. I'm trying my best. I don't know if I am trying my best, but that sounds good, right? So anyway, the song is called Nightlife. It is not safe for work, just FYI, just so you know. So here we go. I think we got a riff in here, right? We should probably have listened to the song again to figure that out. But anyway, Familiar Things, their latest. It is called Nightlife. It's the Melting Pat. We're coming right back.
on me. Unless I get a vanity and I'm spinning wanting more. I'm dizzy and I'll slur my words in reverie. These good times, they are killing me softly. I'm dizzy and I'll slur my words in reverie. The nightlife is killing me softly.
And there you have it, our friends, Familiar Things, with their latest Nightlife. It's the Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. Familiarthings.bandcamp.com. Should I have looked up their website during the song when I was singing it? Yeah, I should have. But I did not because, well, those are the thoughts that I have right when I start recording again. If you don't know, if you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. Second of all, my bad. Third, I record the show in Soundtrap, and they recommend you stop every 15 minutes to avoid losing your work. So I do. And this show kind of is built to have breaks. And so that's kind of where I go with that. So, yeah. Should I have figured out their actual website before I hit record again? Yeah, you're right. I should have. But I did not. And that's where we are. All right? There you go. Familiar Things. Nightlife. Go get it. Brent. New song from them. Tell them I sent you. They might know who I am. I don't know. I played it for the kid the other day, and he loved it. So that's why I wanted to feature it on the show. So there you go with that. We good? That sound good? No? All right. It felt okay. I felt all right doing that one. It was, there were a couple of ways I could have gone there. But I decided let's roll with the intro riff there, those octaves at the top there. So I decided to roll with that, and there it went. Again, that's for me. I don't know if anyone even, you might skip this when you get to the, like you hear the song and then you skip to the next topic, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Do whatever you want to do. That's part of the reason I put the chapters in, someone called them clickable chapters. That's why I put the timestamps in there for you. So you can skip ahead to whatever. You don't have to hear what you don't want to hear. All right? Great. Sound good? Awesome. Wonderful. Good for you and for me. Familiarthings.bandcamp.com. There you go. Oh, boy. All right. We got two things here for you today. And then some sports. And then that's all. But I'm wondering, I'm trying to figure out which one should I do first. So let's do, because it's two things. It's why do you need off? Being asked that at work. And drugs in your candy. Let's do the Pat P first. Let's do why do you need off? We'll do that first. Because I don't know if you know this. If you have a job where you're lucky enough to get paid to have time off, to get paid to be off. Pat, try that again. If you're if you have a job where you have paid time off, there we go. Because I've worked plenty of jobs where I didn't have that, and it sucks. When you have to call out of work, you don't get paid. Well, now I do, and it's great. But if you don't know this, you do not have to say why you're taking off. Like if you just say, hey, I got to take a personal day. I got to take a day off. That's it. Like as long as you have the time to cover, because, you build up time with every paycheck or pay period, whatever it is, you build up a certain number of hours. At least that's how it works at my job. We build up a certain number of hours within each paycheck, within each pay period. And so as long as you have the hours to cover that day off, you should be fine to get it, right? And certain supervisors I've had will just say, oh, okay, hope you're all right. Let us know. Will you be in tomorrow? Let us know what's up. Are you going to use there's like a family leave time that they have to categorize differently. So they ask about that. They ask if you expect to return tomorrow, and then, okay, take care. Good luck. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Great. So most of the time that works. But there have been a couple supervisors who will try to dig in like, oh, why do you need off? And number one, they're not allowed to ask you that. Like they can't, like you just say, oh, it's a personal day. And number two, you don't have to tell them. Like you don't have to give a reason. If you're taking a personal day, you don't have to give a reason for not being there. Like you don't have to say, oh, I have to take off because blah, 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 whatever, right? You don't have to do that. And it really bothers me that so many supervisors I've had decide that they can ask this question. Like I've already told you, I'm not using the family, what is it? FMLA, I think it is. I've only had to do that once. And because all the other time, like if I have to take off for the kid, I just take a personal day because I save my sick time for when I'm actually sick, and which thankfully has not been too often lately, which is great. But sometimes I got to take off for kid stuff, and that's fine. Everyone understands that because most of my supervisors have children and they understand like, hey, things happen, right? So I don't even worry about any of this stuff. I just nope, taking a personal day. See you tomorrow, or I'm logging in late. I'll see you at 1, right? Something like that. But there are some supervisors who will say, "Hey, why? May I ask why?" No, you may not. It really bothers me because they know that they don't have to have that information. Like they don't have to. I don't have to give you a reason, and you're not supposed to ask, right? It just bothers me, right? Does anyone else have you dealt with this at all? Where you need a day off for whatever reason, like your kid didn't sleep all night, and so neither did you. So you both need a day. Like you need a day where you can just be with the kid and hope he naps, or whatever. Like whatever the case might be, you just need, or say if you don't have kids and you're just live by yourself, you just need a day, right? You just need a mental health day or whatever the name you want to give it. Like, hey, I just can't do it today. So you call and take a day off. Like you don't. And I've heard bits about this on the radio on like morning shows over the years where they make up funny reasons to call out. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. But also, you should just be able to tell your boss that you're not coming into work today. Like that's enough of an answer, right? As long as you're not using a specific, I guess, unit of leave, that then you have to have a like it's got to be put in differently. But if you're just taking a random like we call it annual leave at our job. So if you're just taking an A day, then just take the day off. That's all. May I ask why? No, you may not. I'm taking a personal day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll log in tomorrow. No problem. Like, I'm not going to tell you what's going on with my kid or me or whatever. She's like, no. Are you taking a sick day? No. Because if you take 3 sick days in a row, you got to go to the doctor. And, sometimes it's not that serious. Sometimes you just, your stomach hurts or whatever. And you just got to stay home, right? You got to just not log in today. Sorry. It just, I don't know. I mean, Pat, is there a point to this? Yes. The point is, supervisors, stop asking your workers why they need a day off. Because you're not supposed to ask. And they don't have to tell you. Because sometimes everyone goes through this. And if you don't go through this, then, well, I don't know, just ease up a little bit. How about that? Maybe you should take a day off just because, right? And like everyone goes through these spurts where, hey, you know what? I just need a day. We had a rough night. I got to recover. You don't have to tell your boss that. I mean, if you're like friendly with your boss, you can tell them later. But if you're calling out just saying, hey, I'm not coming in today, there's no reason for anyone to know why, right? There's no reason for anyone to know why you're not going to be at work today, except to know that you're not going to be at work today. That's all. That's all that person, all the information that needs to be exchanged in this conversation is, hey, I'm not logging in today. I'm not coming into the office today. I just need to take a day. I'll see you tomorrow. That's it. And I've had bosses who will ask, oh, man, why are you taking off? I'm taking a personal day. And sometimes they push. I'm like, nope, I'm taking a personal day. I have the time. I'll see you tomorrow. And it's just, I don't understand what the point is behind asking why the person needs off. Because there's nothing let's keep it to my job. There's nothing in our system that will say, hey, they need it off because of this. There's no reason for me to tell you that. There's no reason for you to ask that because all that has to go in there is personal. Because I do that, not you. When I go back in the next day, I fill out the time thing and I just write in personal. And that's it. That's all it is. Personal. Taking a personal day. See you tomorrow. So I guess the point is supervisors, stop asking. Workers, don't volunteer this information. If you got to call out for whatever reason, make sure you have the time and just say, hey, I'm taking a personal day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And that's it. That's all you got to do. It just bothers me that people overstep this boundary for no reason other than being, I don't know why they do it. Are they nosy? They just want to pry? Because there's no official reason for it because they're not required to ask and you're not required to tell. So there you go. All right. I was going to make a bad joke And I decided that only patrons get to hear it. So there you go. I cut that out. All right. Next thing on the list for you today. This is so dumb. It comes up every year around this time because Halloween is coming. And if you don't celebrate Halloween, if you don't know what it is, if you're new to, I don't know, customs or whatever, I don't know who's listening. But if you're new, if you don't know what Halloween is, kids go around, they dress up in costumes, and they go around door to door, say, hey, knock on the door, trick or treat, boom. And people give you candy, right? People give you candy. You dress up in a nice little skeleton costume or a character from whatever, or, whatever you want to do. Or no costume for some people, and that's okay. We have learned. And you get candy, right? And every time for decades, around this time of year, every year, there are people who say, oh, watch out for, they're going to put razor blades in your kids' candy bars, or they're going to put marijuana in your kids' Milky Way, or what's the one this year? Fentanyl in your kids' whatever, right? And first of all, anyone who is, let's see, a pusher, let's call it. No, if someone is in the enterprise, in the business of, drug dealing, there's no way to say this other than just to be direct, so I'll be direct. If someone is dealing drugs, they're not giving them away for free to your kids on Halloween. Do you want to know why? Number one, actually, this could be the only reason, because they're losing money, right? The point of that business, of any business, is to make money. And so nobody's going to sneak their good drugs into your kids' candy. That's stupid. All right, we had a glitch, but I think we're good. We fixed it. Don't worry, I'll still get paid. So the point is, like, every year it comes up. Oh, they're going to put drugs in your kids' candy. Watch out for your kids' candy. But no good drug dealer is going to do that because they're not going to give it away for free. They're going to try to sell it to your kid, but they're not going to give it away in their candy. That's not the point. The point of it is to make money. And they're not making money if they're giving it away for free to your kids. So, I don't know. I don't even know where that started, right? Was it, I don't know, some like suburban mom in the 60s was like, oh, they're going to put LSD in your kid's candy, man. And then, one person believed it and told all their friends. And all of a sudden, 50 years later, whatever, we still have to deal with it. I don't know. It's so dumb. Like, they're not going to put their good drugs, like they're not putting the good stuff in your candy. And then all of a sudden somebody complains and somebody says, oh, I heard this. And it gets picked up by a cable news channel. And that's a lead story for 4 days. Oh, they're going to put it's rainbow colored fentanyl in your kids' Milky Way bars or whatever. Like, no one's doing that because that's dumb. That's so dumb. But, they know where they know their audience, and they know the type of people who are going to believe this nonsense. And for whatever reason, we're still dealing with it because it's not a thing. I'm all right. Pat, do you know it's not a thing for sure? No, you're right. You're right. No, I don't. But the idea that the notion that it's so widespread that every kid everywhere has to worry about this is, and you all know it. You know it. If you're peddling this nonsense, nope, we're not going to go down that road. But it bothers me because every year they say, oh, watch out for your kids' candy bars because one kid did it as a joke in the 60s or something, or somebody started a rumor in the 60s or 70s and everyone just decided to run with it. And now every Halloween we deal with this, like, oh, watch out for the drugs in your candy. And I'm sure I'm going to get some people who hear this who will go, oh, no, I heard this kid over at this place got and you know what? Here's what we're going to do. This is a good way to wrap this here. Send me your stories. If you know, and I don't want a story from someone across the country you don't know. I want to know if you personally found some drugs in your candy, or someone. No, you know what? Yeah, we'll localize it even more. If you personally have found drugs in your Halloween candy, I want to know when it happened, what did you find, and then what was the aftermath. That's what I want. I don't want my friend told me this, my brother told me this. No. If you specifically found drugs in your Halloween candy, I want to know what year it happened. Where in the country were you? I don't need the specific neighborhood, just like a state will be fine. And what did you do? Like, what happened? What did you do? What did your parents do? What did your friends do? If they took it or whatever. Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's figure out if this is a real thing. So if you hear this, if you pass this off to a friend, first of all, thank you for that. Second of all, if anyone who hears this has ever found drugs in their Halloween candy, reach out to meltingpat.com. I would like to know where you were, what year was it, where were you? Just the state is fine, and what did you do with it? What happened after that? That's what I want to know. All right, so let me know, because really, I think this is just a stupid scare tactic that's been going on for decades, and the morons who glue their eyes to cable news will believe it every year, and they just have to make some stuff up and just to figure out, just to get a story out of it, and it runs all week for Halloween. So, no, they're not giving away the good stuff in your kids' candy, because that's dumb. That doesn't, think about that for more than 10 seconds, and you realize how dumb it is. But if this has happened to you, I want to know the details. All right. Again, I don't want hearsay from someone else. I don't know. Oh, my brother said this or my friend said this. No, you specifically, because otherwise I'm going to dismiss it as because that's probably what it is. Okay. So there we go. Let me know about your candy and all that stuff. Let's get to the bottom of it. All right. All right. Yeesh. So there you go. Like I said, quicker show. We got some sports for you. So if you don't like sports, that's your time to get on out of here. So what we're going to do is let's do the baseball first, because your Philadelphia Phillies, my friends. Oh, I'm sorry. If you don't like sports, thanks for being here. I appreciate your time. I'll talk to you next week. It might be one in the can, might be a Halloween TV special theme thing. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I should probably get on that this week to record it then. Damn. Okay. Well, I have a bonus episode kind of ready to go, so you might hear that next week. I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks for being here. I'll talk to you next time. Whatever I'm doing, that's what'll happen. All right? Is that a good tagline for the show? That'll happen. All right. All right, thanks. Everybody else, let's do some baseball first, then we'll do Game of the Week, then we'll hear from the captain, then that will be that for the show. Okay. Jesus, your Philadelphia Phillies, my friends, are in the National League Championship Series. I can't believe it either. They are, as of today, I'm doing this on Wednesday, they are 3 wins away. 3 wins away from going to the World Series. I'm very excited. Because I'm a Philadelphia sports fan, I'm a Phillies guy. I've been a Phillies fan my whole life. And I know not to get my hopes up. And so, like, my buddy at work asked me, he's a Mets fan, and he asked me, like, hey, do you think they can go all the way? And I tell him what I tell everybody. 1 game at a time. They're looking good. They're getting hot at the right time. But we're taking it one night at a time and just hope they win the next one. So that's all. Because they weren't supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to beat the Cardinals. They weren't supposed to make the playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah. They weren't supposed to make the playoffs. They weren't supposed to beat the Cardinals on the road. They weren't supposed to beat the Braves. But here they are. Padres, kind of the same thing. They weren't supposed to beat the Mets. They weren't supposed to beat the Dodgers. And here they are. They're 4 wins away because the Phillies won Game 1. So one of these teams, which hasn't been to the World Series in a number of years, the Padres 1998, they lost to the Yankees. The Phillies 2009, they lost to the Yankees. God damn it. I don't know why that just hit me, but it did. Oh, man. But one of those teams will be in the World Series. And they will face either the Yankees or the Astros. Go Astros. That's what I'll say. I will say I love the conspiracy theories from people who aren't Yankees fans and especially Guardians fans who are saying, hey, I think the league tried to screw us. I love them. Send me your favorite conspiracy theories about how the league set this up for the Yankees to beat the Guardians the other day. I love them. I love them. And I like conspiracy theories in general. So that's what I want to hear from you. Conspiracy theories on the league stacking the deck against the Guardians in the American League Division Series. Let me know. All right? Yeah, there we go. Would I have loved the Guardians, Mariners, ALCS? Of course. Would have been awesome, because then either way, from either side, you get a champion who hasn't had a title in many years, right? For the Mariners, never. Guardians was what, 54, but they're gone. So, was it 54 or 57? I forget. Anyway, but like the Astros just won in 2017. Say what you will about that. We've talked about that on the show a lot, actually, so we won't. Yankees were 2009. So, I like, if my team wasn't in it, I'd be pulling for the Padres real hard. I would, because I like if my team's out, I want a team who hasn't won it in a while or ever. Wait, have they never won? The Padres? Hold on. I'm not looking it up. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. I know the last time they went was 98, but was that their only appearance? Somebody let me know. I know I got some Padres fans, pals out there, or just some people who know things off the top of their heads better than I do right now. Usually I would. Pat, don't you usually know this stuff? Yeah, I do, but I don't know. My brain is scrambled and full and messy. All right. So anyway, go Phillies. Go, I don't know, whoever you like, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway. Maybe there are some people saying go National League. Like if they're not a fan of any of these teams left, maybe they're like, no, we don't want the Yankees again anymore. Ugh, gross. And like Astros, a lot of people still don't like the Astros. So yeah, this is interesting. I love it. But go Phils. Let's go. Let's do the thing. Sixers, I think they lost the other day. They did. They lost their opener. That's okay. Long way to go. Eagles are undefeated still. And the Flyers started 3-0. So I forget when they play next. I wrote it down. But anyway, we should be hearing from the captain shortly. But real quick, let's do NFL Week 7. I did write it down this time, didn't I? Yes, I did. NFL Week 7, game of the week, your Seattle Seahawks at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are a mess. Injuries and stuff, and I thought about switching this up to a different game, but then I decided I don't know how long the Seahawks are going to be fun like this, because they're sneaky good. I don't think any team in that division is actually good, but they're like sneaky fun, and sneaky might be a good team, right? Sneakily, is that a word? Might be a good team. So, you know what? I will take the Seahawks on the road, because the Chargers, it feels like they have the pieces, and then either someone or someone's gets hurt, or they just can't get out of their own way. So I'm going to go Seattle for the win on the road for Week 7. So Seahawks, Chargers. So I wrote it down as LAC, and I swear I almost said Clippers because I just talked basketball for 30 seconds. I did see the Warriors beat the crap out of the Lakers on opening night, so that's fun. Unless you're a Lakers fan, sorry. But I don't know, defending champs coming back on ring night and beating the crap out of whoever they play, I think that's pretty neat. Unless I was a Lakers fan, then I guess you're right. You're right. That's kind of mean for me to do that. But anyway, NFL Week 7. Seahawks, Chargers. I'll take the Seahawks on the road. And I think at this point, unrelated to this game, Ravens are not very good, if you don't know. They've blown a lot of late leads. They've done this for a while, and I think it's time we stop treating them like a contender, because I don't think they're that good. So I don't know what the problem is. Like, I don't know what change has to be made, but somehow I don't think signing 35-year-old Deshaun Jackson is going to be the one. I don't think that's going to be the fix, but who knows? It's something. I mean, it's not nothing. It could end up being nothing, because what if he gets hurt and then doesn't play? Then it's nothing. So, I don't know. Or if he just stinks. But not even that he gets hurt. What if he just stinks? Maybe that's because he's 35, and that's ancient for an athlete, especially at a skill position, right? So, that's mean. Every position requires skill. It's old for a wide receiver. Let me put it that way. So, will it work out? I don't know. I really don't. But, yeah, there you go. There's your NFL. I don't know. I watch Red Zone here and there, but I've really been locked in on the Phillies and baseball playoffs and stuff. So forgive me if my NFL knowledge is not up to snuff. In November, I'll be back, and I'm sure I'll get back in the swing of it. But Seahawks Chargers, game of the week for Week 7. And join us on Facebook every Thursday for Jill's NFL picks. And basically, you get to see the kid run around while Jill makes her NFL picks based on nothing at all. So there you go. There's your sports from me anyway. So what we'll do now is hopefully we'll cross our fingers and toes And we will turn the show over for a few minutes to the captain, making his season debut, I hope, to tell us all about the Fly Guys who are on a roll to start the season. They were supposed to be bad. They could still be bad. They could lose like 8 more in a row. But for the moment, they are undefeated as I sit here on Wednesday. We'll find out what happens in their next game, whenever that is. I don't know. Anyway, let's turn it over. My friend, we've missed you. It's been so long. Captain, good sir, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Hey, Flyers fans. Mark back at you again with another special edition of Flyers 2022-2023. Oh, yeah! Woo-hoo! I hope you missed me because I missed you, and I hope I'm not the first person to tell you that today because you are loved as a Flyers fan. Whether you're a casual fan, a hardcore fan, you are a Flyers fan, and that makes you special. Now, you need to get excited for this season. Now, let's all take us to a step back, just a little step back. Let's look in the mirror. Last year was hard on us. It hurt me. I know it hurt you, but you know what? We're Philly fans, and sometimes we get our heart broken, and this is a new year to get excited, and that heart is back in one piece. The Flyers are under new management. John Tortorella is bringing a new gritty, yeah, pun intended, gritty and hardcore kind of mentality to this team. We had a young team, Noah Cates, Morgan Frost, Joel Farabee, Wade Allison, to name a few, getting after it. This team is checking hard. They're playing defense. Tony DeAngelo, one of the new defensemen, trying to bring a little bit of hard mentality to this team that wasn't there last year. Carter Hart back in between the pipes, trying to steady us from the back end, trying to make sure that this team can get back to a really, really impressive team that they always can be. So let's see what they've done so far. So the Flyers so far have played 4 games. They ended up with the home opener against the Devils on Thursday, ended up winning 5-2. The team was clicking. Again, hard back checking. Defense, defense, defense. This is what this team is trying to be made around, and John Tortorella, I think, is doing a fine job so far. Now, the Flyers followed it up with a win at home, 3-2 versus the Canucks on Saturday, and then they went on a 3-game road trip. Played the Lightning, Tampa Bay Lightning, of all people. You know, you don't want to see the former, team out, in the Stanley Cup, but they ended up taking it to them. They ended up winning 3-2 in their home rink, and then followed it up with a follow-up game in Florida against the Panthers. Ended up losing 4-3, but you have to take a little bit of the good with the bad. Flyers 3-1 so far on the season. They're going to be taking on Nashville in Nashville on Saturday, following it up with a game Sunday against San Jose, and then taking on those Florida Panthers again on Thursday. So guys, as I said before, it's a lot of things to get excited about with this team. They're young, they're energetic, they are putting in the work. John Tortorella doesn't mess around. He says what's ever on his mind, and I appreciate that type of brutal honesty, and I know these young kids too. And just because it's brutally honest doesn't mean that he doesn't care. I'm hearing great stories out of the locker room, reading about the players really just gravitating towards him because he's hard on you, but he cares, and that's the type of person you want leading that team. So guys, that's it for me here inside the Melting Pat on Next Level Radio.
And like I said, we hope the captain was able to join us, so we say thank you, good sir. Or I'll put something there, a little sound effect, or Tim's ad or something. I don't know what I'll put there if he's not there. But the Melting Pat, the Next Level Network. So there you go. Thank you, Captain. We've missed you. I know it's more work for me to put that in the show, but it's also very fun for me. I enjoy his updates because, so the first fun fact, peek behind the curtain about the captain, that was only supposed to last 1 season. It was only supposed to be 1 year of Flyers updates, and then at the end of the year, he was going to join me on, come to my apartment and join me on the show and run down the Flyers season, and that was going to be it. And then we decided that both of us were having a lot of fun with it, with him sending those updates from wherever he was, that he was going to keep doing it every year. And after that first season, because sometimes if the Flyers had lost, he would come and be like, "Hey guys, Flyers update today," and he would come be all melancholy because they lost. But now he starts every update at a 10 and yeah, and then it goes, Flyers, guys. Sometimes that'll happen, but like he brings like the energy level from the first season to even the next season and to now is incredible. And I don't know if he listens to the show, but Captain, if you do, thank you, my friend. You really bring a great value to the program that I miss when it's not here. So there you go. That's all. That's my little thing there, and a little fun fact for you about the Flyers updates, how they weren't supposed to still go, but we decided we were having fun, and someone did suggest to put them on YouTube, and I think I will. I think I'll do that going forward because there's nothing really on my YouTube channel, so I think what I'll do is put those on there. Remind me to put the Flyers update on the YouTube channel, and I will do that on Fridays. All right, as long as I get it. Does that work? Put them on Fridays or Saturdays. I'll do it. All right. So that's all. We're good. We're good to go. My thanks to everybody for joining me. My thanks to the captain. My thanks to Familiar Things for the tune, familiarthings.bandcamp.com. I think that's what it is anyway. I really should have checked. I had multiple opportunities to check and make sure that that is the correct website I'm sending you to, but I didn't do that. So my bad. Their new song, Nightlife, go get it where you get your stuff and go tell them I sent you, and they might go, oh, yeah, that guy. Or they won't know who I am. Anyway, oh, boy. That is all. We're good. All right, I got to go. Thank you. Next week should be a canned episode, either some bonuses from the Patreon or I'll do a Halloween-themed TV show thing. I'm not sure yet. I will know by the time this comes out, I will know what's happening next week. How's that? All right? All right, great. Because, yeah, we're going to have somebody watching the kid, and I'd rather not be down here screaming to myself like a psycho while someone's upstairs. All right? Great. There we go. We're good. We are good. Oh, boy. This has been an 8-Boy in production. TheMeltingPat.com for all of my stuff. There's a network tab. Find out what's going on with all the things over there. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, and of course, corrections. There's a speak pipe thing on there. You can just record right in your phone. You can call me or leave a message or send a text, 209-867-7638, or type it out in all caps at themeltingpat.com. There's a contact page on there. So do that and go have fun. All right. For the first time in a while, we got G-Love and Special Sauce with cold beverage. They're going to play us out. So Philadelphonic.com for more from them. And that is all. All right. We're good. We're good. Till next time, my friends, have fun. Be safe. Thank a veteran. Wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaccinated and boosted when you can. And of course, don't do anything I wouldn't do. We are good, right? Yes. I love you. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you next time. All right. We're good. We are good. Oh, gosh. Yeah. You know the drill. We did it. G-Love, Nate Boiler Production. Wash your hands. We're great. Thank you. You've been inside the Melting Pat on the Next Level Network. Go crap open a cold one.